Welcome to Total Health Magazine on Total Health Television. I'm your host, John Barson. On today's program, we're going to be talking about women's health with one of my favorite contributors to Total Health Magazine, Dr. Sherrill Sellman, author of Hormone Heresy, What Women Must Know. And I'm just going to get right into it. We're going to bring Sherrill on right now. Hi, Sherrill.
Hi, John.
Hey, I've shared your article that we posted in June on vaginal health, and I was really shocked to find by far, most of the women that I talked with about what you were writing in the article had no idea what they were doing to themselves, and that there were great, more holistic alternatives to the chemicals and pharmaceuticals. In fact, lubricants being one of them, because most lubricants that that women buy over the counter, and a lot of women use lubricants, are actually toxic for them.
Well, this is a passion of mine. I feel it's really important that we empower women with the knowledge so they can make decisions that are safe for themselves, safe for their body. And certainly, vaginal health is a big topic, but it's also a topic that women are shy to talk about. So I like to share that information because so many women are seeking help. And certainly, in my experience as a practitioner, I am addressing this issue with most women because the problems that have to do with our vaginal health affect women across the board. It could be younger women, it could be older women. The older a woman is into menopause and beyond, the natural tendency is for vaginal tissue to begin to atrophy. We thin the lining of the vaginal tissue, and that can lead to more tears. Younger women are dealing with things like Candida, with bacterial overgrowth called bacterial vaginosis, which can lead to discharges. It can lead to more vulnerability to STTs, and that can lead to cervical dysplasia. If it's not addressed, it can be cervical cancer. If we don't have the right environment in the vaginal tract, the microbiome that exists there, we are also more at risk for UTIs and bladder infections. So it's a big story. And we want to address it in a way that's natural, because if we use lubricants, for instance, to help with lubrication for during sex, most of those lubricants that you get over the counter, guess what? They have petrochemical ingredients, they have propylene glycol, and a lot of other chemicals that you can't even pronounce, which immediately get absorbed through the vaginal tissue into the bloodstream. So we then have another avenue for toxicity in our body.
Well, I have to
So
say, on a personal level, my mother, who passed away 3 years ago at the age of 84, when my brother discovered that my mom was ill and hadn't told anybody in the family, because she lived alone. She took care of herself and everything was fine, we thought. But she became ill, and my brothers were there because I'm obviously out of the country. So when they took her to the hospital and the doctor diagnosed her, he said that she had such a massive yeast infection that she would not recover.
well, I have a 95-year-old mother, and I have also learned that the older you get, because that lining, the mucosal lining that's protected in the vagina, is atrophying the older you get. If you're not taking the right measures or supporting that problem, you are very vulnerable to Candida, because most of these seniors have had rounds and rounds and rounds of antibiotics. So whether it's antibiotics or steroids or even the pill, all of those things alter the environment in the vagina, leading to an overgrowth of Candida. So that's one thing. And seniors, again, because of this thinning of the vagina and the lack of lubrication, the mucosal lining, which is protected, our seniors are also very vulnerable to UTIs, which is one of the causes that is a downhill effect, because they start being put on antibiotics, and the consequences from altering their internal milieu leads to potentially, dying. So we need to be aware. We need to get educated. We need to know what our solutions are that are safe, natural, and effective.
Well, let's talk about one right now, because I love silver gel, the old ASAP from American Biotech Lab. So why don't you tell our audience a little bit about it?
Well, I love the silver gel as well. I have been writing about this for many years. lecturing about it. So silver has been a panacea for infections for thousands of years. It's been used in cultures all over the world. The ASAP nano silver is, of course, the leading edge technology that allows silver to be used without any side effects. A lot of people go, oh, I don't want to use silver, I'm going to turn blue. Well, that's a rare occurrence, but it will never happen with this product because this is an exceptional patented formula that has all the benefits that silver can offer with no downsides, no side effects whatsoever. So what's so great about silver? And why do I recommend it for women for their vaginal health? Well, first of all, silver is a natural, healthy lubricant. So it helps for any woman who wants more lubrication to occur vaginally. Stress, pregnancy, certain medications, and of course we talk about aging process can dry up that mucosal lining. So that's why sex can be painful and leads to more risk of infection. So the healthy and natural and safe lubricant would be silver. So first of all, that acts as a lubricant, but that's not all, because here's what's fantastic about silver. It's an antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial substance. It has been known to kill some virulent bacteria within less than 10 minutes. And it's certainly great for any fungus, for Candida. Often during sex, if a woman or their partner has Candida, it can be transferred back and forth. So this is a way that a woman can heal and kill the overgrowth, the fungal overgrowth. And also during sex, it ensures that it's not going to be transferred back and forth to either partner. So it's antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. The antiviral is important because women who have sexually transmitted diseases often have a virus, like human papillomavirus, which of course we know leads to cervical dysplasia, and if not addressed, can lead to cervical cancer. So the silver kills viruses. It stops the replication of viruses. So it helps heal all these sexually transmitted diseases.
Well,
So
just actually to the extreme, I mean, it's been approved by the FDA as well, but not just approved by the FDA, but also they can make the claim, because we know how, especially recently, the FDA is coming down hard on companies that are making claims that are unsubstantiated, but they can actually make the claim that this gel, silver gel, even kills MRSA, the flesh-eating disease.
Well, it's FDA approved and it's patented. In fact, there are many, many patents on this product. And as I said, it's totally safe because it doesn't get absorbed into your cells. It's not going to accumulate as colloidal silver can. This is not a colloidal silver. This is a nano silver. So this is
Right.
advanced technology. So it acts as a lubricant. It will kill any virus, Candida, fungal or bacterial infection, whatever it is. It'll go after it. It'll kill it. It also helps in the healing process. So it will heal inflammation. That's the redness, the soreness. It will heal the inflammation. It will also heal any lesions and tears that occur in the vaginal lining. So it's restoring healthy tissue rather than having, be at risk of the tears and the lesions that can potentially get infected and just lead to more pain. So it heals the lining of the vaginal tract. And it doesn't disturb the natural microbiome that's going on there. So if you are taking some sort of medication, Candida medication, or even estrogens, it can interfere and alter the natural microbiome which exists in our vaginal tract and is important for our health. So it doesn't impair that at all. So you get all these benefits of the silver for lubrication, for killing bacteria, viruses, and fungus, for healing and repairing the lining of the vaginal tract, and not disturbing the microbiome, with no downsides, no side effects whatsoever. So it doesn't have any smell. It doesn't have any fragrance. It can be applied vaginally. Women can either put it on the end of a tampon and insert it, or with your fingers insert it vaginally. I would do it a couple of times a day. And you are getting protection, you're getting healing, and you're getting lubrication. So it's the perfect solution that I have found to help women address the key issues that plague their well-being. So many of the issues that are going on right now.
Right. Well, and it's not just great for women. I'm going to show a couple of pictures here. They might be a little disturbing if you're squeamish when it comes to blood. But I had an accident on my bicycle a while ago, and I love to test products. We were always testing products here at Total Health, and I had a tube of ASAP in the original label, under the original label, and I hadn't tried it out. But I had this bad bike accident, and I'm going to bring up these pictures, so you might want to look away if the sight of blood makes you squeamish. So this is my elbow. I actually landed on my elbow, and I scraped. You can see the skin on the outside of my elbow, my shoulder, my leg, my knees. But that's actually you can see the bone there. It's pretty dramatic. But after I put the cream on, so I went home and I put the cream on. So this is several, I think 5 days later. But you can see how clean my wound is. And then again, about a week, I want to say a week and a half to 2 weeks later, you can see it's nice and white and nice and clean, no infection. And then I'm really happy to say that this is the end result of what happened. I have a tiny little bump on my elbow, and that's it. So it was just amazingly effective, Sherrill, in healing my skin. And of course, since then, I've been giving it to everybody, my neighbors, my friends, and I'm telling everybody that they should have this. And I was on this, big promote this product campaign when you ended up writing that article back in June. So I really want to thank you for that that article on vaginal health for women, and also promoting this great product.
Thank you, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I do want to say that we are focusing on vaginal health in this conversation right now. But the fact of the matter is, I never leave home without the silver gel, because it is important for any infection, any wound, any burn, any bug bite. I've had reports of people who've had really bad spider bites that usually cause, necrotic tissue from occurring, and nothing happened when they applied the silver. It's amazing product, and you know what? It's totally safe, and there are no side effects. So it's something that we all want to be using for ourselves, for our children, infants, elderly, for any wound. Absolutely.
All right, so I'm just bringing up the graphic again for our viewers to show them the old packaging, the ASAP that you and I both started with, and now they're really nice new silver gel packaging. And we should also point out too that not only do they have the silver gel, and actually one thing was pointed out to me, you know how so many people are using those antibacterial gels when you walk into stores and malls and conferences, and they have those antibacterial gels, which are not good for you. Those antibacterial gels, they last a very short time, but if you actually use the silver gel in your hands, it will actually keep the bacteria at bay for 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, so those hand sanitizers are really popular. First of all, they're made with alcohol, so they'll dry out your skin, and because alcohol will kill bacteria for the moment that it touches your skin, but then the bacteria get back on again. So the silver has been shown to when you use it as a hand sanitizer, the gel, it actually will have prolonged benefit for keeping your hand and surfaces free of bacteria. Can't grow. So
well, I got a question about that. What about flu season? Is it great for flu season? Is it going to be a barrier?
Absolutely. I mean, how do we get the flu? It's we touch things and then bring it up to our face, because most of those viruses go up into our sinus passages. That's how it gets into the body. So if you put a little silver gel, first of all, you do it on your hands, or you clean your surfaces with the liquid form of the nanosilver, the silver biotics. And then if you put a little gel around your nostrils, or spray the liquid into your nostrils during the flu season, you'll be killing anything that could potentially lead to a viral infection. So okay. You want to keep it around all the time. And it's great for kids, because when they go to school, they catch everything. So if your kids have hand sanitizer with it, use it as a hand sanitizer, or you spray them before they go to school, they're going to be protected.
All right. Well, there's lots we could talk about this, because I do want to talk about the silver biotics. I had a great experience with that when I had a problem, but it just seems every time this stuff just works. I mean, that's what I love about it. It just works, and it's got no smell. And I have to tell you that one of the most soothing things was putting that gel on my ripped up elbow. when I had that incident, and it felt amazing. So Sherrill, I want to thank you for this.
I just want to say the reason it was so nourishing, soothing, is because it does not sting. Doesn't have any sting. Doesn't cause any pain, any stinging when you put it on an open wound.
No, it's terrific, especially with kids, right? Kids get cuts, scrapes, I mean, you name it. And with all these super bugs that are emerging, boy, I like you, I would not leave home without this stuff. So, Sherrill, thank you for doing this today. I do want to let our viewers know that you're going to be back on the next program. When you're on, we're going to be talking about another article that you wrote. And I was just astounded to learn that there are no safe contraceptives for women, but you discovered a contraceptive that is basically 100% effective over the past 4 years with the thousands of women that are on it, with no side effects. So I can't wait to talk about that.
Me too. So I look forward to that conversation as well.
Okay. And we look forward to your new book. We'll be doing a show on that hopefully in January. So Sherrill Sellman has been our guest today. And oops, where is that coming from? Oh, there's two of me now. Look at that. Hey, you're fired. Okay, so I want to thank you, Sherrill. Sherrill Sellman, her book, Hormone Heresy, What Women Must Know, and others. Check out her website, whatwomenmustknow.com. On the next program, we'll be talking with Ross Pelton, a pharmacist. Actually, he's the natural pharmacist. And we're going to be talking about your gut microbiome and probiotics, because there are a lot of probiotics on the market. Most of them don't work. So we'll save you some money. We'll explain what probiotics can and will do for your health. And it's not just your gut, it's your brain, your mouth. There's so much research coming out on probiotics and the microbiome. So we'll follow up with that. So that's it for us for this edition. I'm John Barson. Thanks again to Dr. Sherrill Sellman, and we'll see you soon.